Okay, day 5. Let's go. Um, I see, but okay. So I'm gonna watch a video about tempo. Oh, I was watching this video check if everything was all right. Um, Tempo in League of Legends. Mm, I don't know which video to watch. I guess I'm gonna watch this video. Let's see what it says.
Work today is broken. We're all working in too many disconnected apps, and it's killing team productivity. But for the first time, there's a platform.
Hey everyone! So, one of the major issues holding ADCs back in solo queue is actually taking terrible recall timings. ADC players tend to be 20 to 30% weaker throughout the course of the game, which leads them to believe that they're weaker than they actually should be. But, if you fix your recall timings and smoothly hit your power spikes, you should be able to easily right-click your way to victory. So, let's jump into it. Your first mission is to always plan your recalls. It's easy to fumble your way into a good recall, but that's inconsistent and doesn't make you good. Thinking 1 or 2 minutes ahead and managing to always get a solid recall timing takes skill and will make the game much easier for you if you become good at it. The second mission is a bit obvious, but you should always do the mental math of what you can buy when you do actually recall. Not only that, but make sure you recall based on what your opponent can buy as well. For example, if you're playing Draven versus Caitlyn and you have 900 gold, you may want to recall. This means that Caitlyn also has around 900 gold. You would get a Vampiric Scepter, meanwhile she'd be stuck with a Shard. Despite having equal income, your buy would clearly be better. And your final mission is to consider what the lane state will become as a result of your recall. Will it be slow pushing away from you when you get back, or will it be freezing towards you, etc. Let's get into a Smurf game, but we'll watch Hector win almost entirely off of his recalls. There's going to be a bit of an abnormal start to this laning phase. Yasuo will be alone because Soraka was AFK for a bit. This won't matter long term, it's just something to be noted. Soraka not being here at the start allows Hector to get the push lead, so him and Pyke will get level 2 first. Soraka is really trolling by being this far up, but unfortunately Pyke is AFK sitting in the bush, so they miss their opportunity for a free kill. This is actually a really bad spot to be in this matchup. Low elo support players playing hook-based champions are usually very lost when they don't see an obvious hook angle. So when the wave is like this, the lane effectively becomes a 1v2. Combine that with the fact that Hector got hit by a lot of skill shots and blew most of his potions, and the lane is already looking pretty lost. So what do? Well, he tries to grab a bit more CS and just ditches the lane and recalls. Let's break down this recall and why it wins him the laning phase. So take a look at the wave as he's recalling. It's basically dead, and so the enemy duo can't freeze. This means their only options are to either slow push or fast shove the wave. This can lead to 3 unique situations, which are all favorable for Hector, which is why he takes this recall. 1. The enemy slow pushes. But remember, slow pushes are just freezes for the other side. Hector could come back and maintain the freeze with his health and item advantage. This sets up easy ganks because he has a Pyke versus Yasuo and Soraka. Even if they don't get ganked though, they'll still be at an item disadvantage. The second outcome is that they fast crash the wave and take their own recall. This is fine. Yasuo won't have much more gold and likely just picks up another Doran's Blade and potions as well. Going from the earlier lane state, which was terrible, to being even is a pretty favorable outcome, right? Or the outcome that actually happens. They fast shove the wave, but they don't recall. This is a huge mistake by the enemy team. Hector isn't dumb and isn't going to give them a free recall. He's going to lock them in lane, leaving them perpetually at an item disadvantage, allowing him to take control of the laning phase. Things are even better because he happens to be versus a Yasuo who is a melee champion. Building a slow push like this is going to be very punishing for him when he tries to last hit under his tower. Unlike last time when he was in this situation, the extra Doran's Blade will definitely help mitigate the poke that he's going to take. And finally his Pyke does punish the overextending Soraka, forcing her out of lane and leaving Yasuo alone. Then, as all low elo players do, he greeds and dies for free. This gives his team a numbers advantage to get Dragon, but always fix your wave before going to take the Dragon. Resetting it and making it bounce back to you is critical. Once that's done, he helps secure the Dragon and recalls. We're going to skip ahead a bit, since we do want to focus on recalling and not much happens during the lane anyways. After shoving out the wave, he looks to collapse and help his team, but the enemy bot lane just backs off. But LeBlanc is still out of position, and although it is a bit close because of the accidental turret shot that he takes, they do manage to kill her. What do you think they should do in this position?
I would just recall and go bot lane then.
Obviously, a lot of people's immediate reaction is to recall here, but that's actually wrong this time. Think about what he buys if he recalls. 800 gold is a crit cloak at best. That's no good, and then he'd have a full inventory and wouldn't even get his magical footwear at 10 minutes. So, Hector opts to stay and keep farming bottom. The reason he can do this is important. Remember, they just killed LeBlanc, so Vladimir has priority from mid lane. But more important, Pyke and Warwick are controlling the enemy bot side jungle. The enemy Yasuo and Soraka couldn't punish him even if they wanted to. Not only that, but he's healing up really quickly thanks to all the lifesteal that he's bought, and a bit from the Ocean Dragon that they claimed earlier. In just a minute, he's gone back to full HP and can remain in bot lane until he finds a better recall timing.
Damn. He just healed all his HP. I knew or thought that the video was gonna say that the best thing was going bot, but I would be afraid of going bot lane with this HP, and I thought that maybe Soraka and Yasuo will keep pushing and I wouldn't be able to defend the tower or the turret. That's what I said. I would just recall and lose a little bit of minions. But okay.
Once again, we're going to skip ahead. Don't worry, you don't miss anything relevant. Pyke doesn't find any hooks, so everyone just farms peacefully for a little while. So Hector is sitting on quite a bit of gold at this point. Remember though, you want to time your recalls based on how much gold you have. Take a moment to think here. At how much gold should he try to base?
I have no idea.
If you said 1800 gold, you've got a sharp eye. Magical footwear is about to proc, giving him free boots, and he's also sitting on a dagger. Therefore, he needs 500 gold to turn those dagger and boots into tier 2 boots, plus 1300 gold to buy a BF sword on top of that. That's a really solid base, so he just needs to stick around for a couple more waves. However, Pyke decides to turn up the heat and punishes the mispositioned Soraka. This changes his game plan. He can now stick around for an even better buy to snowball much harder. This kill ensures that he can safely farm the next wave coming in, and knowing that he can harass the Yasuo means that he'll need to base. That's going to guarantee a tower plate and another wave after this one. Hector doesn't hesitate to just use his ultimate on the wave, knowing that he won't need it because of how strong he'll be once he buys. He fully completes his Essence Reaver, and he's really online now. The second he's back in lane, he begins dumpstering them 1v2 because of how strong he already is. Then, when Soraka mispositions slightly, he just guns her down with ease. Again, let's skip ahead. The lane becomes a farm fest because of how scared the enemy bot lane has become. This allows him and Pyke to have complete priority, allowing them to mess with Ka, even though it doesn't amount to much. Then, he applies the same concept as before. He's patiently farmed until a good recall timing and immediately takes it. He gets the same 1800 gold buy that we talked about earlier, and he's even stronger than before. At this point, he's just killing Soraka under tower. Now he transitions his lead to mid, where he solo kills both assassins, though his heal was a bit insecure. At this point, he doesn't have to play anything well. He's so far ahead and the enemy team eventually forfeits. So let's quickly recap. He used a smart recall to salvage a terrible lane state. Then he kept making good decisions based on the game state, which allowed him to always recall at the perfect moment. That's why he was always so strong and why he could just one-shot everyone who came near his screen. Recall timings are definitely something that every ADC should work on since they're ridiculously important. And that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, so I don't know, I don't really know what I learned. I don't know what to say. It's just like, I don't know. I guess recalling when basically on that time, and when the wave is pushed, even though you are low HP, unless you don't know where the enemy jungler is. And I think that's the summary of this video. But I would like to watch something else because I want to have something to learn in this game. So I think I'm gonna watch some things about farming again. Oh wait, please, should I watch this video? 20 minutes. And I think I'm going to watch this video and then play, because I don't have much time.
Have you ever been playing League?
And I think in 10 minutes I would have spent half an hour. Yeah, almost. So yeah, I'm gonna watch this video. Let's see if it's good or what, or no. I mute myself as always, so let's watch.
Have you ever been playing League and then for absolutely no reason you decide... Have you ever been playing League and then for absolutely no reason you decide to do this? Okay, we're 12 minutes into the game and I'm 0-4 playing a scaling champion. At the rate we're currently going, the enemy team is going to snowball the game and will have no chances of winning. We just killed the enemy mid laner, so I desperately need to make use of this chance to come back. I'm sitting at 800 HP, the tower plating is on its last legs, and according to my calculations, Echo should be at his inhibitor. I have no choice but to go for it. So this video is about recall timings. You might think, but Bonks, why are you doing a video on this topic? All you need to do to recall at the perfect time is 1. Wait until you need to spend money or regenerate your resources, then 2. Set up your wave or jungle camps in an appropriate way so you don't lose golden EXP while you're doing it. Did you really think it was that easy? Shmeh, man, I expected better from you. Although most people don't realize it, recalling has so much more to it than that. In fact, there's a completely separate concept that recall timings are centered around that even some of the teammates I get in my 200 LP lobbies are clueless about. That concept being tempo. So in this video, I'll explain what tempo is, how it relates to recall timers, and how you should be thinking about recall timers in general. Hopefully me doing that will give you a massive edge over everyone else, since there are hardly any other good guides about it on YouTube right now, and it's an incredibly high level concept. This one's going to be heavily loaded with information, so strap yourselves in lads and let's begin. If I were to ask you what the advantages and disadvantages to recalling are, you would probably say that the advantages are that you get to spend your money and regenerate your resources, and the disadvantages are that you might miss golden EXP while you're off the map. While this answer wouldn't exactly be wrong, it doesn't paint the whole picture since it doesn't take tempo into consideration. To describe what tempo is simply, it's pretty much just a measurement of opportunity. Picture it like this. After you recall, spend your money and regenerate your HP and mana, you're given a cup of water with a tiny hole at the bottom. The water represents your tempo, and because of the tiny hole at the bottom, your tempo is constantly being drained away. Every time you go for a play, you drink some water from the cup. The amount you drink is relative to the size of the play, and the size of the play is relative to how much time it took and the amount of resources you used on the play. For example, pushing a wave is like taking a tiny sip from the cup, but diving the enemy bot lane or fighting the enemy team for dragon is like taking a massive gulp. The more water you have in the cup, the more opportunities you can take. If you leave base for 5 minutes and just farm minions without making any plays the entire time, you might think you still have some tempo left because you're still at full HP and mana, right? But actually, you don't. Water has been draining out of the cup for the duration of the 5 minutes, so you've actually run out. The draining is a representation of the fact that you're now sitting at 2k gold, meaning you're weaker than everyone else who has spent the gold that they've been gathering for the last 5 minutes. Because of this, all the plays you can go for are extremely likely to fail since you're so weak. So there are no opportunities for you to go for, hence why your cup has run out of water, meaning you have no tempo left. If you try to dive bot in that state, you're likely to just mess up the whole play and lose your team the game, so you should base and refill your cup. That is what tempo is. It's quite easy to understand, but applying it to your recall timings can get quite difficult. At least I think it is, because to me, it seems like the biggest difference between low MMR and high MMR players and how they base is that the lower MMR players tend to base only when they absolutely need to. However, higher MMR players will take opportunities to base, even if they don't necessarily need to, just so they can reset their tempo. This type of basing can also be referred to as tempo basing. So bearing this in mind, if we go back to the list of advantages and disadvantages to basing that we had earlier, we now know that another advantage to basing is that it allows you to fully reset your tempo once you're back on the map, but another disadvantage is that it temporarily resets your tempo to 0. And by that I mean, after you recall, you're forced to spend some time in base regenerating your resources and some more time running back to your lane or wherever you want to go. During this time, time, your tempo is 0 because you can't take any opportunities, unless of course you have TP. Alright, we finally made it to the good part. So now that we got this list, how can we use it to help us with our base timers? What we can do is we can use the advantages as triggers to find when we want to recall ahead of time. This is something that seems simple on the surface, but is actually way more complex when you get into it, because at first, all it seems like you need to do is think about when you benefit from one of these advantages, and that's when you know you want to recall. So what I mean by that is you ask yourself the following questions. 1. Am I about to have enough gold to reach my next item spike? 2. Am I about to run out of HP or mana? And 3. Am I about to run out of tempo? The problem with these questions is that they only give you an indication of when basing is absolutely necessary, which loops back to the thing I was saying earlier about the difference between lower elo and higher elo players. In fact, based on the time I've spent coaching and watching players in the gold to diamond range, I can confidently say that 99% of you subconsciously ask yourself these questions when deciding when you want to base. That means you're never going to make the call to base in situations where the answer to all these questions is no, since it doesn't seem necessary, right? But that's bad because, as I was saying earlier, sometimes it can be better to base even when it's not necessary. Just to take a random example I found recently to demonstrate what I mean, in this game we have an Ahri versus Yone matchup in the mid lane. The lane isn't relevant to this example by the way, but essentially, the Ahri gets a solo kill onto the Yone, she shoves out the wave, now pause. These are her resources and she has 1430 gold with these items. So let's ask the 3 questions. 1. Does she have enough gold to reach her item spike? Well, here she actually does have enough for her mythic, but for some reason this Ahri player wanted to buy these items, so the answer is no. Has she run out of mana or HP? No, she still has some left. And has she run out of tempo? No, because she still has enough to take the plate. Since the answer to all these questions is no, she decides to stay for the plate because she doesn't need to base. Now she's reached enough for her power spike and run out of tempo, so she decides to base. The Yone now comes back to lane before her and shoves out the next wave. Now Yone is in a position to go and make a play on the map, and there's absolutely nothing Ahri can do about it because look where she is. Yone ends up doing nothing with the timer, but if he was a better player, he would have realized that there's a fight happening topside, and he could have maybe got himself a double kill by joining it. If that ended up happening, it largely would have been Ahri's fault for recalling so late. If she recalled directly after taking the wave instead of going for the Ahri's fault for recalling so late. If she recalled directly after taking the wave instead of going for the play, she could have followed Yone to the fight or prevented him from moving. So now you can see why asking these 3 questions and only basing when necessary is a bad thing. And if you're sitting there right now thinking, wow, this Ahri is so bad, I would never do something so stupid, you probably would. This Ahri is a D4 player, which is a pretty solid rank, and I've seen Grandmaster players making a similar mistake before. No one is exempt from this. So let's look at the thought process Ahri should have gone through to reach the correct decision here in the form of, you guessed it, a flowchart. Actually, to be honest, you probably didn't guess it because it's only the second one I've done, but not gonna lie, I think they might be the new wave. I don't know though, tell me what you think of them in the comments. So first, look at your money, look at your resources, and ask yourself the question, with the resources I have left, can I get enough money for a better buy? If no, that means you want to base now. That obviously doesn't mean base on the spot, just that you and ask yourself, no though, tell me what you think of them in the comments. So first, look at your money, look at your resources, and ask yourself the question, with the resources I have left, can I get enough money for a better buy? If no, that means you want to base now. That obviously doesn't mean base on the spot, just that you want to, which by the way, we'll be talking about setting up bases and all of that in a minute, but for now we're just trying to find out when we want to base. If yes, however, next ask yourself the question, am I giving up the tempo advantage by staying for it? In this Ahri clip, you can see that the Yone gets back to lane way before Ahri does, meaning he has the tempo advantage. Ahri's cup is empty here while Yone's is full, meaning he gets to make the next move, hence why he has the tempo advantage. You could also just describe it as whoever gets back on the map first has the initial tempo advantage. If no, that means you want to base after you get enough money for the buy you're looking for. If yes, ask yourself this final question. Is it worth it to give the enemy the tempo advantage for what I'm gonna get? The answer to this question depends on 3 things: the champ you're playing, the champ the enemy is playing, and the state of the map. The champ you're playing is important because it dictates how important it is to hit your item spike. If you're playing something like Zed and you already have your first Dirk, then hitting your item spikes isn't going to be as important. So Zed players aren't going to want to give the tempo advantage up as often, whereas if you're playing something like Ezreal, basing at the right time throughout the game to hit all your spikes is like life or death. So Ezreal players will be much more willing to give the enemy the tempo advantage. The champ the enemy is playing is important because it dictates what they're going to do with the tempo. To use the same examples again, if you're playing against a Zed, he could potentially use the tempo advantage advantage to shove out a wave and roam to bot lane to secure a double kill, so you probably want to avoid giving him the tempo advantage unless there's a really good reason for it. If you're playing bot lane against an Ezreal, he probably isn't going to do much with the tempo advantage he gets, so you can be more willing to give him the tempo advantage if it brings you a better advantage. And lastly, the state of the map is important as it dictates what the enemy can do with the tempo advantage. In the Ahri example, a fight was happening top, so giving Yone the tempo advantage when he could potentially move to it was a horrible idea. The same can be said if it looks like the enemy will get a chance to invade your jungler at their buff or dive one of the laners on your team. Take these three factors into account to decide whether or not it's worth it to give your enemy the tempo advantage in order to hit your item spike. If it is worth it, you want to base after you've got enough gold for the spike, and obviously if it's not worth it, then you want to base as soon as possible. So now that you know you want to base, you now need to set it up. To do this, ask yourself the final question: can I create a situation where I don't lose any minions or jungle camps when I go to base? You can create a situation like that by crashing a big minion wave into the enemy tower or clearing your camps as a jungler. So if the answer to that question is yes, then go and create that situation. If the answer is no, then you need to find a way to minimize the amount of gold you're going to lose. And kaboom! You now understand how to find the perfect base timers. Of course, that doesn't mean you'll be perfect at it, but now that you know the thought process you need to go through to find the best base timers, you can go into some of your replays when you feel like you ended up in a weird situation in the game you played, and check to see if you based at the right time or not by following through this flowchart. If you find a moment in a game where you feel like you based at the wrong time, but you aren't actually sure if it was wrong or not, you can come to my Discord and ping me with some kind of recording, and I'll probably help you out. Anyways, thanks for watching, lads, and here's the flowchart. In a bit.
I think this was too advanced for me. It's not that I didn't understand most of the things, but it was like a lot of information and very subjective. Everything was depending on the scenario, the champion, a lot of things. So maybe this wasn't the best video to watch, but I don't know what to do. I think as recalling and tempo is related to farming, I think I'm going to either rewatch the video we watched yesterday or watch another video related with farming. But I want to watch a short video only, okay, 5 minutes or so, okay? Farming guy in, because the main thing is to farm correctly. So yeah, even though recalling and tempo is important, the main thing I want to watch is how to farm correctly. So, oh, you know what? What if we see this? No. I want to watch general concepts in fundamentals, not like one guy's opinion. I know Reckless is famous and it probably is really good and all of that. I don't really know him, but I want to know like the general concepts. I think I'm just gonna rewatch this video, like the first 5 minutes, because I really like this video and I wanna make sure I remember the things. I remember about that time. Here he explains tempo, so I guess it's enough. Maybe I just watch the first 10 minutes. I don't know. Maybe I should have just watched this video again. I don't know. I will see. I wanna watch this video and maybe stop at 5 minutes, at 10. We'll see. If I don't watch it, I'm not gonna have anything to learn on this game, and I don't wanna play just for playing in automatic mode. So I'm gonna rewatch this video.
Exactly why You're going to learn exactly why you suck at farming in League of Legends in simple, easy to apply ways to fix it. My name's Hex, I'm a multi-season challenger player that's been teaching League of Legends here at Skillcast for over 10 years. And if there's one thing I've learned in that time, it's that getting good at farming is one of the fastest ways to climb ranks. The problem is there are tons of myths and misconceptions around farming. The biggest myth about farming is that having high CS numbers means being good at CSing in the laning phase. Getting insane farm leads actually mainly comes from macro in the mid game. Let me explain. One minion wave is worth 100.
Okay, macro is a thing that I should learn. So, which is related with farming, but I guess it's more like complex, or it's not only farming. I guess it's also when you should recall, tempo, and all of that. When you should go to Drake, maybe. Because I have no idea of that. I never go to Drake because I never know when I should be going to Drake. I always decide to stay farming. So learn about macro.
$125 gold on average. That is until the 15-minute mark, where one minion wave is worth 100. It actually mainly comes from macro in the mid game. Let me explain. One minion wave is worth 125 gold on average. That is until the 15-minute mark, where one minion wave is worth 147 gold on average, meaning they become 18% more valuable. This is because at the 15-minute mark, siege minions begin spawning every 2 waves instead of every 3, increasing the average gold value. And finally, at the 25-minute mark, each minion wave becomes worth 195 gold on average. Again, this is because siege minions now spawn on every single wave. That's a 33% increase in gold. Now, while minions themselves become worth more gold, you as a champion actually outscale them too. You get more items, which means more damage, which means you can clear those waves even faster, and you'll have boot upgrades, meaning you can move faster, take other things on the map. Here's an easy way to visualize this. So every 30 seconds a wave spawns. In the early game, if you last hit 2 waves perfectly, you would get 12 minions in 1 minute. However, later on in the mid game, you can clear waves and move so fast you could clear 1 wave and go and farm nearby camps and get back to the next wave. Or you could clear 1 wave, then rotate to an empty lane to pick up the wave there. Both of those scenarios. Here's an easy way to visualize this. So every 30 seconds a wave spawns. In the early game, if you last hit 2 waves perfectly, you would get 12 minions in 1 minute. However, later on in the mid game, you can clear waves and move so fast you could clear 1 wave, then go and farm nearby camps and get back to the next wave. Or you could clear 1 wave, then rotate to an empty lane to pick up the wave there. Both of those scenarios allow you to potentially double that 12 minions in 1 minute to 24. It gets even crazier, because when towers fall, it means you can move up the lane while farming multiple waves. This means you're clearing waves.
Okay, towers. People say towers, so I'm not gonna say turrets anymore. Towers.
Faster, since you're not waiting for those minions to get farming multiple waves. This means you're clearing waves faster, since you're not waiting for those minions to get to you like in the early game. Instead, you're saving time by moving further up the lane, clearing that next wave sooner. Eventually, you hit a tower or a point in which you can't continue moving forward, but again, you can then rotate to take jungle camps or simply recall, and if a lane is pushed to your side, you can push that out, farming at an accelerated rate by moving up the lane while you clear waves. Basically, what this means is that when it comes to farming, the early game is more about not falling behind rather than CSing perfectly. This is because if you fall too far behind, it will make you slow in the mid-game macro phase, since you have less items and you'll clear waves slower. You won't be able to start taking jungle camps as early on, while also having to play around more enemies that are stronger than you, which means you can't push a lane as far up. If all of that isn't convincing enough that big farm leads are created in the mid-game, then the cherry on top is death timers. Early on, dying doesn't really result in missed farms, simply due to the fact that death timers are so low, while you'll also spawn with home guards. However, in the mid-game, death timers are going to be 30 seconds or longer. And since you can farm at that accelerated pace as we just covered, it means each one of those seconds are incredibly valuable. So if the first biggest myth about farming is that it happens in the early game, well then the second biggest myth about farming is that everyone should be aiming to farm 10 CS per minute. In reality, your CS per minute should be entirely determined by the champion and role you're playing. For example, Master Plus top laners that play Tryndamere average 8.5 CS per minute. Compare that to Master Plus top laners who play Malphite that average 6.34 CS per minute. The difference in CS per minute is caused by, surprise, a difference in mid-game macro strategies. In the mid-game, Tryndamere can push a side lane into then farming jungle camps easily between waves due to his high damage per second. However, Malphite doesn't have farming jungle camps easily between waves due to his high damage per second. However, Malphite doesn't have that high DPS. He's more about burst and tankiness, and so his main macro strategy will be pushing wave, then roaming off that timing to get takedowns. So make sure you have reasonable expectations.
I think I should be like Malphite. So we cannot farm jungle monsters that easy. So I guess I just roam and try to kill somebody, an enemy, and if I kill them, nice, and then I go back to lane. If I don't, it's okay, I tried, I go back to lane. But I think maybe jungle isn't my objective as Zoe.
For the champion and rolling off that timing to get takedowns. So make sure you have reasonable expectations for the champion and role you're playing. Now, here's the thing. Regardless of the macro strategy you implement or the champion you play, if you want to improve your farming, then you absolutely need to understand the essential concept of dead time. Dead time applies to both laners and junglers, but it's easier to understand if you look at a jungle example first. Don't worry, we'll be showing laning examples after. So at its core, dead time is a simple concept.
Okay, I think I'm going to stop. I'm loving this video, even though I watched it yesterday. I really like how he explains it, and I'm going to try to, I don't know, play like yesterday, because I really like how I played yesterday. If only they didn't give up, my team didn't give up. Do I hear the game? Let's see. Oh, okay. Wait, I don't. Wait a minute. Okay, now I do. But it's a little bit too loud. Okay, let's recap my notes. Oh, this is something I never think about, and I should. I know I don't really use a lot of abilities, but it's like maybe because it's just luck, because I'm not thinking about it. They say, yeah. Oh, pay attention about I'm not reading it, I'm trying to remember. Pay attention to where the minions are shooting, right? Which minion is being shot? Okay. So the one that is in the most, let's shot the most, I need to shoot that one. Oh, I should, how can I search for a, I don't know how to search for it. I want to know, like, which minion should I be shooting in each scenario. Maybe I should just watch a Zoe gameplay. Let's see. Zoe gameplay challenger. To know how he farms. I mean, being faker here, I'm not going to not watch it. Because I'm just gonna watch until I find a game.
Este Black Friday, Moniman te da tu primer préstamo de hasta 300 € sin intereses.
Okay, he does what I knew already, what I learned, which is basically that you have to use an ability for the first melee minions, because otherwise you will miss one minion if you try to out attack the three of them, or, as I've been doing lately, shoot one of the minions that is being shot the most, so his HP goes low faster than the other two, and then you can kill the other two by auto-attacking instead of using an ability. I think that's even better because I don't have to use an ability, especially if it's the stun ability. I just gotta have to pay more attention. Maybe using an ability is like the easy way, let's say, but not the best one. I don't know why I don't hear the game again. I usually have to do this thing. I always do this because it fixes it. There you go. I hear the game now. Maybe I shouldn't ban. Should I try to not ban any champion? Because I should try to learn how to play against each champion. But no, I do that. I will do that once I know how to play the game more. Let's go little by little, step by step. I'm not faker, okay? So I first learn the basics and then learn how to play against each champion and all of that. Okay, let's keep watching the video. Okay, I'm gonna close the video because I'm afraid I won't hear the game. So I have to leave it prepared. Yeah, everything is alright. Okay. Be right back, okay? Do I hear the game? Wait. Yeah, I do. Okay. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't hear the, or is it really low? Okay, it's really low. Oh wait, it's because it's low on the Windows volume. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. Well, no, not this one. Okay. Oh, what? And now we lower the volume. I think this is okay like this. Okay, let's play. Let's go. Am I against John? In a disadvantage already, but it's okay. Yes! You see, I don't need to use an ability. Oh, I missed. It was because I was really passive. I'm gonna try to be more aggressive. Well, that was useless. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot him. Okay, I'm gonna miss that one. Unless... Yes! Okay, nice. He's gonna try to kill me. No! Oh no. I knew I was going to miss every minion. No. Oh my god, this should have used an ability. No, the cannon! Bro, I'm not getting focused. Okay, I'm gonna like shut up and focus. Okay, I'm not gonna make the same mistake of not recalling because of the wave being here already and blah blah blah. I'm just gonna recall, buy. This is the best thing. Maybe I made a mistake before, not now, before, because here I lost one minion, here I'm going to lose another one. So I made a mistake of being too late or farming incorrectly. But at least, oh my god, maybe I, yes, oh my god, I was so lucky. I was able to kill the cannon. Okay, maybe, I don't know, I think this is bad, but not as bad as not recalling in time. No, I think I'm stronger than him. Okay, that was my god. He has more farm than me though. You see? Oh, nice try. Why is he here? Okay, yeah, my bad. Oh, because I didn't pay attention to where to go then, later, I mean. But it's okay because I was lucky that Lee Sin came and I took a kill. So it's like if I roamed to bot lane. So it's okay. Now I'm going to bot once I farm him. Oh my god. I got a little bit nervous. Bing. And Nautilus is dead, so nice. Now we go back to farming. John probably recalled. So I will recall too and buy boots. Because it's cannon wave. Okay, it's not cannon wave, but I have so much time and I cannot do anything else. So if I could roam to bot or Drake or something, I would have done that. But since this lane was really pushed and Senna was here and I don't know what Twitch is doing. Oh my god, he's 5-0? Wait. What? What? Ow. Oh no. Game move. How is he so, like, he's killed so much. Let's go. I did the combo correctly. He's like not farming, only killing. It's, I don't know. People will say it's trolling, but I guess it's working. I don't know. He has 8 minions, but he's 6-0. Well, Senna is the support, right? Or no? I don't know who is the support. Oh, possible kill. Oh, time to run. We are good. I don't need to use my. Okay, now I use it. I can probably get a double kill. Okay, now I need to go mid lane. You would say, no, you have to recall and buy. No, because we learned that that's not the correct thing. I need to farm as much as possible. Now I'm gonna farm the next wave. And no, actually I'm going to recall now. Unless he comes. Please don't hit me. Okay. Nice. Perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but it's not the worst thing I could have done. The worst thing I could have done was staying in lane. Now I can get the cannon. Can I get the assist? No, I missed. Oh my god, bro, I missed because I was like so sure that I would get the cannon, that I didn't pay attention. And because of that, I missed the cannon. I cannot lose focus at any time. Okay, now where do we go? What? Oh, I think they had it. They have it, but okay, so I will go back and I don't know, just keep happening. I should have warded with the pink ward here, but I forgot. I had the pink ward. I can get the play? Oh, well. Now that I'm here, I will just get it. Johnny is there again. I know there's farm there, but okay. You know what? Now that I'm here. Quick, quick! No, I lost a bunch of minions. Okay, I'm not farming as well as I could. Okay, now I set up and focus again. I'm going back to mid because I'm going to lose farm and I don't want that. I'm not hidden. Okay, he's dead. Nice. I always miss the auto touch. I need to be more patient. Okay, I think it's time to recall and buy boots. Cannon way. I'm going to buy boots, and I don't know. This. Okay, so yeah, I could be farming better. I'm always missing minions here because of my bad tempo. But at least I'm getting the cannon most of the times. Now that I say it, I'm gonna miss it. But I don't know how to fix that, to be honest. I always do it wrong. Oh, oops. Oh my god, this is not how you play. Oops, sorry. No. Okay, bro, shut up and focus. I don't know what to do, so I just destroy the turret. The tower, sorry. Because both is here, top is pushed. Drake, there isn't Drake. Lee Sin is coming. Consult. I'm good, come. Okay, thank you. So he dies. Okay, I thought he would die, that's why I didn't ignite. My bad. Because being... Oops. You know what? It's okay because he's going to come back. Fuck, mistimed it. I lost so much focus. I need to talk less and play more. Oh, they gave up? Dude, I'm never able to learn anything. They always gave up. I don't want this. I want to learn, bro. I want to practice. I cannot do anything now. What do I see? What do I see in my bot review? I didn't even die. My CS was really bad. Well, 7 almost. Yesterday was like, it was like 9 point, no, it was like 8.9. You know what? Whatever, bro. I don't know what. Most of my mistakes on um, what was this Twitch, bro? His way of playing was strange. So half an hour timer, 30 minutes timer, and yeah, okay, things I'm going to watch and try to improve for tomorrow. I always recall and lose minions. I have to fix that somehow. But be right back, okay? I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I'm going to see where do I make the mistake of recording, because obviously I have to record earlier, like sooner. Because I always recall on the canon wave, but I always miss minions and sometimes even the canon. So I must be doing something wrong. Let's see where do I make the mistake. Am I too slow on farming? I'm playing this far because I'm afraid to get hit by him, but to be honest, if he's a melee champion, I could be poking more. This is bad because the turret like makes me makes me like unable to calculate when do I have to shoot. You see, now I don't know what to do. Which minion should I shoot? I don't know the damage that the tower does exactly. I'm not used to it, so I'm like, oh my god, do I shoot this guy? Do I shoot this one? Do I shoot this one? Do I press Q? Do I use an ability? Should I wait? for the tower to shoot first, I never know what to do. So yeah, I should try either learn how to farm under the tower or be more aggressive and try to not and try to how do you call it? How do you say the word? Okay, I'm gonna search for it because I don't know how to say it in English. How to avoid. Okay, how to avoid that the minions get under the tower. Wait, I wanted to take notes of that. Hello. Learn how to farm minions that are under the tower, or make or avoid having minions under the tower by farming faster. For this, I think the best thing is to watch a Zoe gameplay and learn from the best. Just watch how do pros do it and try to copy them. I don't think there's a guide because it's so difficult to make a rule, because it depends on which minion is under the tower, how many minions, which character with which champion you are. So I guess it's really difficult to make a guide about that. So I just watch a Zoe gameplay and that's it. We will learn by the time, and once I want to play another champion, we will watch a gameplay of that champion, and that's it. That's just that knowledge will come with time, by watching a lot of gameplays with different champions, etc, etc. But for now I'm focusing on Zoe, so we will just watch a Zoe gameplay, and that's it. You see, now here I know that the tower how do I explain? Okay, I know that for this wizard minions I have to shoot once with an auto attack, then let the tower shoot the minion, and then I will kill the minion with another auto attack. So this is easy, but sometimes if they are low, my calculations like change and I don't know what to do, you know. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, so I just lose the minion, I cannot do anything. Maybe if I use an ability I can get them, but sometimes it's like, so I'm not used to other scenarios where the minion isn't full HP, so I don't know what to do in those cases. Here I think I missed, or I was late, or I don't know what happened actually. Yeah, that was stupid. I cannot do anything about that, you see? With an ability, I wouldn't have killed him, because I don't have damage. And the tower just kills it, so it was a mistake from before. I don't know, bro. And also, shooting the enemy champion, close to tower, it's not good, I think, because the minions will come from me and will get close to the tower, and the tower will shoot the minions, and I will lose the minions because only one auto attack that I hit to this guy, which is not worth it at all. So I think in early game I should be more patient. Once I can insta kill minions, at least the wizard once, I can play more aggressive. Like I think, at least for now, as I'm a beginner, I'm going to play slow at the beginning. Play slow at the beginning. Beginning. So I can focus on farming well and calculating easier the damage. When do I have to auto attack and all of that? I will play more aggressive on the once I insta kill. I like it. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what happened here. Sorry. Okay, so this minion is the one I'm going to miss first. So he's low. I either wait. You see, this is stupid because now he's not full HP and I don't know if I have to wait or what. But what happened to this one? It's because I hit. Yeah, I hit John, and then he came to me. Oh no, it was this one. Well, it's whatever. If yeah, I shouldn't have hit him. Maybe use more Qs earlier. I don't know, bro. It's so these scenarios are so difficult to like make a rule of it. And here, if I didn't hit the minion, I think he would have been 1 HP, and then I would have killed him and get the CS. But as I said, I was confused. I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, I'm going to miss this one, so maybe I'm going to hit this one so I don't miss it. Oh shit, I hit him and I miscalculated it, and now I'm gonna miss this one too, you know. I wait. Oh no, because I had to shoot him twice. That's why I missed. So this was already late. I was going to miss it anyways. I would have to shoot an ability, maybe. That way maybe I could have got the CS. But yeah. This one I had it. Wait, I didn't? Oh, I was slow, maybe. At least I got one. Okay, I was too slow. That will come with practice, I guess. But yesterday I did so well, bro. I wish I could do the farming as well as I did yesterday. But obviously that was going to happen, okay? I have to accept that, and then that it will come with time. I just need to focus on that and not play in automatic mode, and that's it. I also was talking really too much on this game, so I wasn't really focused. No, don't go. Okay, you know what I could do? If I hit him, just don't go under the tower, because minions will follow me. But if I stay here, I will get hit by them too, so I would get damaged, which is not good neither. So I shouldn't be hitting this guy when I'm close to tower, and when it's not so worth it, because I did like what 50 HP, 53 HP damage. It was nothing. What am I doing? I wasn't focused. Oh, I hit him. Okay. What? I should have used an ability there. I knew it. What happens here? Okay, he gets a stunned. I thought when he came back to the saddle, the stand disappeared, but no, it doesn't. That's good to know. Oh, I forgot to be checking the map from time to time. It's okay. I was thinking about a lot of things. So, little by little. I didn't know which one to hit. And this E, I misclick. I meant to use Q. That was just a mechanical issue. Nice. 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 Oh, so close. You see, I missed 1 million, 2 millions. Oh no, I didn't. How much farm do I have? 30. 30 or minute 5. For my level of skill, I guess it's decent. Okay, so here I lose a lot of minions, so when should I have recall? Here I was like, bro, I just gonna farm this, I don't care if you hit me, I'm gonna recall anyway, so whatever. But I shouldn't have done that, because what if he killed me? I knew, I was like, he's not gonna kill me. But what if he did? What if he was dead? He shouldn't be doing these things. What if Lee Sin came just in time and killed me? I had flash, but I shouldn't be using abilities. Like, if I cannot make a mistake, then I don't have to waste an ability that I could have needed later, you know? So I think I should have, or either farm this as fast as possible, meaning that I should be like, I don't know, farming faster somehow. No, I think the mistake is before. I think I don't know. Maybe I think I should have Recall here. Here. I know it's not Cannon Wave, but it was farmed already. I couldn't go anywhere, this was really pushed. I guess I could have gone here. Well, what things do I see? Maybe I could have just warded here or something, but I had no mana. And which items do I have? I probably was able to buy something. No? Don't you think it was a good idea to recall here? Okay, Sako was here, so maybe we could kill him. But no, because he had his shadow here, so he was going to escape. I think I should have just recalled. And that's it, even though Sako was here, I don't know. I was like, okay, Sako is here, let's kill him. But if Sako didn't came, maybe I would have recalled. Maybe I got a little bit baited by him. However, if I was a good player, I could have stunned John and killed him. Why did I not stun him? I had this stun. Maybe because I didn't have mana? I didn't have mana. Oh, I didn't have mana. Now I could. Okay, now I know that if I was like, okay, I'm gonna stun him here. So when he comes to the shadow, he was going to get stunned. But now that I know that the stun keeps working, even though he uses the shadow, knowing that, I would have stunned him here. And then he would have been stunned here, and maybe we could have killed him. But I didn't know that. That's why I didn't stun him here. However, he flashed, so I guess it's a good trade. He used flash, and I didn't. But now I don't have mana. I have to wait for this wave. He has ultimate. I don't know, now it's that snowball that I talked about yesterday. I was like, now the little mistake became a huge mistake. Because now it's kind of weird. Luckily I didn't miss the cannon, I think. But it was just pure luck. I couldn't go faster. Well, I could have. Well, no, because I was healing myself. There's no way to go faster, right? Just going straight. What did I buy? I bought this. Oh my god, so close. How much time do I have left? Okay, 7 minutes. I should have hit this once, I think. I lost one. Oh, I lost two. He has more farming than me, bro. Still? How? Oh. Shoot, nice. Really, these tweets, I don't know who he is, but he's 402 with 7 minions for level 4. Where did he came from? Why did he kill 4 people? He's supposed to be weak, no? He has no farm at all, practically. he's killing John, which is level 6. How is he broken? Is this Twitch champion broken or what? And he's roaming like if he was a jungler. I don't know, maybe he's just smurfing or something. Oh. I think maybe he's just smurfing because he waited for me to hit the Q. Usually Iron players don't wait, they just hit him, which makes me miss my Q sometimes. So Twitch knew what he was doing. Yes, I was impatient? Yeah, impatient. Ding dong. The ping. So this one, okay, it's alright. I was like, you're going to shoot you too soon. Wait, this is a good recall. Even though it's not canon, let's see if I miss any minion. I don't think I am going to miss any minion. And also he's killing my minions. Otherwise I would have missed some minions, okay, but since John killed them, let's see how I manage this. See how, what do I do here? Should I have shot this minion with an auto attack? I think I should, I don't know. Let's see. Let's try to learn. So maybe if I Q now or sooner and hit this minion, he would have been like, okay, let's see how much damage he gets from the tower. Let's see, 468. And 214. 254. Oh, but the melee, these minions get less damage than these ones, no? Or not? No, because they don't have armor, so they will get the same amount of damage, I think. Okay. So what happened here? I think my Q will kill him because I'm level 7 already. I don't know, bro. How can I know this? Use my experience or what? This guy has 170 HP and I killed him, I think. Yes. How much damage did I do to him? To this one? Oof. 351. $468, remember, okay, 468. Oh wait, I can 468, 468. Okay. So here, 351. Oops. 351. 330. I think if I Q the melee minion, I would have left him low HP, but the tower would have killed him. I don't know. Maybe my auto attack could have killed him, but I don't know how much damage does my auto attack do. So I don't know. Here I was just shooting the ones that the tower was going to shoot. Obviously, I cannot react it as quick as I could. Or guessed. I think the ones that are closer are the ones that the tower is going to shoot. That was the rule that I was following basically, and it seemed to work. Seemed to work. Here I knew I was, yeah, but I don't have to explain what I did. How much damage did I do? Oh, nice. I did RQ as we learned, so nice. My learning. Oh my god. Sorry, my ears. Whoa. That's what I know. Okay, so basically what did we learn? Try to not make the minions go here because I will miss most of the minions. Watch a gameplay of a Zoe, a challenger Zoe, if possible. Maybe the one that we were looking before, and see how he does it. And I don't know what else. Oh, be faster on the recalls, and I don't know. Maybe try to search a better video of recalling, maybe a more beginner friendly video of recalling and tempo and timings and all of that. So yeah, what did I do here? This worked. I mean, how many minions did I lose? I killed both, okay? So I got a double kill. Which are what? Like 6 waves? I think 1 kill is 3 waves. I obviously missed minions, and maybe I didn't lose so many. I lost 1. Now obviously I was really far away. But how do you say? I committed to the double kill, so I guess it was okay. I must have half. Is that how you say it? I must have had a lot of gold because of the double kill, so I guess it's okay to miss this wave. But if I didn't kill both of them, or maybe even died, it would have been a horrible mistake. But I was confident because I had Senna with me, and I was not very powerful, but I knew Miss Fortune wasn't really dangerous, okay? So I was confident, although I was cautious. I was like playing a little bit safe, okay? I was scared. They were 2 and I was 1 when I was here. Senna came later. So yeah, I missed a wave for 2 kills. I missed a wave and 2 minions. Oh my god. I mean 3 minions. 1 wave and a half for 2 kills. I think it's so worth it, isn't it? Usually the safe thing is to just farm, but I saw the opportunity and it worked. I will not do that all the times, because it won't work all the times. Okay, so what happened here? I know I have to go, but the game was so short that I want to look some things more. Oh no, I was like, okay, I got the cannon, easy, and then I missed, I think. Oh my god. So, how do you say the word? Saying? I don't remember the word. Embarrassing. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Okay, yeah, well, they eventually gave up. Kinda fake Rome or mid Rome or however it was called. Oh my god, I cannot pronounce the words. Sorry. I didn't want to miss minions. I could have. They were so far away. I knew they were low, okay, but they were so far away. I was like, that's the kind of scenarios where you stay here and you don't do nothing because they are so far away. And also they were three, and maybe I could have died. I was playing really safely. Okay, I missed 3 minions, 4 minions. That's bad. But I think I killed him, right? Okay, I made mistakes, obviously. Yeah, I made mistakes, I'm not gonna say. But it was worth it because then I got a kill. Okay, fine, you got a kill. But the mistake is there. You shouldn't be missing so many minions. So, even though you get kills, you shouldn't be missing minions. You could have done both. You could have farmed well and then kill. Also get the kills. So there's no excuses. Let's see. Again, I'm going to miss minions. Dude, what do I do? I have to be so fast. Like farm away, recall Q quick, then farm, go back as fast as possible. So hard. I have to really be fast. If I lose 1 second, I'm going to miss minions. Yeah, I lost minions again. Be right back. Okay, sorry, I'm back again. Okay, only 1 minute. It's okay if I watch it. I kept farming. This thing came. I knew I was going to kill him, okay. I was 3 levels ahead. I could have killed him, but I didn't ignite him. That was my mistake, because it's better to use it just in case than not use it and then how do you say um, let me search for it. Regret it. Okay, better to use it and kill him than not using it and regret it because you didn't kill him, or even use it even though he's low. He runs away low. At least you tried. Okay, I almost never use light, so I have to use it more, I think. But yeah, that's it. Let's use end watching this. Okay. Okay, so that's it. This is day 5. We'll see you. Oh, I'll. Okay, see you tomorrow. I don't know why do I talk so much. Bye.